Welcome to Project Orion.
Throughout this project, we'll be learning how to use Onshape, create 3D models of your dreams, create a desk organizer, and learn how to print your designs. Once you're finished setting up your account, go over to the Create menu, select Folder, change the folder name to whatever you want. I'll be changing the name to Modular. Click Create. Then check over here for your folder. Go in, find the document you want, go to Home, Group by Me, and go to Modular, and then create a public document. Over here, we can see the user interface that's presented. You can remove the Performance tab by clicking the X at the top right. You can select the different planes, the top, front, and right. Just click again to deselect. You can also click on the origin. There's also a display mask properties. We will be mostly ignoring that. But over here, you can change a few of the mask properties. These are some analysis tools. These are the measurement tools and degrees. Select these to the ones you're most comfortable with. I'm using centimeter and degree. This little cube over here lets you freely move around in the 3D plane. You can move this around just by right clicking it. You can click on the different planes so that it automatically takes you to the different points. You can use the arrows for further control. You can alternatively use your left click and drag around in the 3D plane so that you can change directions. You can also use arrow keys if you want. You can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Let's start off with creating a sketch. To create a sketch, you will need to select the sketch plane. I've selected a top sketch plane, but you can select any one you want. Do not click on the tick tab yet, as that will confirm the sketch. Over here, you can see how we can create lines. Through these lines, you can create any shape you want, and this is basically going to be your template from which you'll be building ground up. I'll be starting off by selecting the square. I'll be first selecting on the origin and then dragging it out to whatever size you want. We'll be focusing on that later. Then you can create another square in the center. Now using the line and the construction tool, you can create construction lines. I've done this all around and added dimensions. The hotkey for dimensions is D. You can also alternatively click enter when you're creating your construction lines. Now what you're going to do is you're going to change the CM size to all of the little corners to 0.4.
This will automatically increase the size of the internal rectangle to the size we require. I've done this for all of them. Now you can click on the dimension tool and add dimensions for the outer square. You can use your ruler or whatever measuring tool you have beside you to decide what size you want. I've decided to go with a 7 cm size because this will be one unit of my model and basic layout. This will be one square unit, which I'll be using later on to describe this. Now, after it's confirmed the sketch, I'm going to go over to the Extrude tab and select specifically on the outer surface. You can see how it's created a thin wall. You can click the tick mark to confirm the extrusion. Again, you can see it from all different angles how it's extruded. You might have noticed that there was a lack of base. So what I'm going to do is that I'm also going to extrude it again, but this time I'm going to decrease the depth. Again, using your measuring tool, select what thickness you want. I've chosen 0.3. You can use the fillet tool to change to add smoothness around. You can change radius and magnitude. Play around with this for a little to understand how these tools work. I'll be creating the magnetic points, the inserts for the magnets. I've created a rectangle. I've clicked enter twice to add the dimensions automatically. I'm doing 0.4 and 1 for the dimensions of my magnet, and then clicking on uh, either the either sides, you can drag it around. If you can also control and copy this. If you select a vertical wall, it'll let you drag it side to side. If you select a horizontal wall, it will let you select it. It'll let you drag it up and down. I had originally planned to be inserting two magnets, but later on you will see this change into one magnet. So now I've done this for all the sides, and I've created a single magnet insert instead of two. Now leave the sketch user interface and select your sketch using the extrusion interface. Now click on the extrude button again. Now you can see me playing around with extrusion. You can see me trying to place it inside, but this won't work. Click on the remove button and this will work. So using whatever measuring tool you have, measure the thickness of your magnetic tape, mine is 0.2. And then now I just go on to do this on all the other sides. I did say that already did this, but well, I'm recording this a while after, so I hadn't actually done it. Now you can see it's nice and finished, and I've completed all the sides.